because we understand that true productivity and success come when we care for the whole being, mind, body, and spirit. So this afternoon, we will have the opportunity to reflect, to learn, and to share strategies for maintaining balance in our daily lives while we support the mental wellness of all the people around us. We are truly honored to have with us Dr. Donovan Thomas, the founder of Choose Life International. And of course, we look forward to the insights on how we can all foster better mental health while achieving balance in our personal and professional lives. Before we go any further, please bear the following pointers in mind. Keep your microphones muted during the presentation. Feel free to share your thoughts or questions in the chat, and we will be having a Q&A segment closer to the end. Of course, we encourage you to stay engaged and be sure to take away at least one practical strategy to improve your own well-being. So once again, welcome to the Jamaican Home Economics Association's Mental Health and Work-Life Balance webinar. And I now invite Mrs. Kemoy Thomas Reed, our secretary, to say a word of prayer. Immediately after, Mrs. Suan Bernard Little will engage us in an icebreaker. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Kenneth. Good evening, everyone, and let us pray. Lord, we want to give you thanks. We want to give you praise for your goodness towards us, for your blessings. We want to give you thanks for your mercies that are new every morning. We thank you for this opportunity that we have to gather in this fashion on this platform to talk about mental health, to talk about work-life balance and how it can impact us or affect us. I ask Almighty God that as we go through this presentation, this webinar, that you will draw us even closer together and help us to understand that we need each other to survive. We need each other to unite and to work together for the upliftment of ourselves as well as for the upliftment of our association. Lord, we ask that as we go through today's proceedings, that you will be with us. Bless each and every one of us today that's here and those who will be joining. We ask that you will continue to have mercy upon us, and we ask your continuous blessings. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Over to you, Swan. Mrs. Bernard Little, I know you're here. There we go. Thank you.
I'm with you. Right. Good evening, everyone. I trust that you are all doing well. I trust that you had an excellent day. I am Sue Ann, and I will be breaking the ice. In order to break the ice this afternoon, I need everyone's participation. We are going to be participating in a game of Slide Mania. This game is a true or false game. Now on screen, I have 15 stars, but of those 15 stars, 11 are activated. It therefore means that at least 11 persons have the opportunity to select a star. Now, please indicate, Mrs. Bachelor Irving, I'll be asking for your assistance just to identify the individual who raised their hand as to whether or not they would like to choose a star. Once they have done so, grant them the opportunity to open their mics. I don't know if they have that privilege now. Then we'll listen to which star they choose and we'll click on that star and see what happens next. Like I said, it's from number 1 to 11. So do not select star 12, 13, 14, or 15. All right, Mrs. Irving, I see the hands going up already. I see Mr. Roger, Dean of Discipline.
Yes.
All right. So, sir, good evening. Which star would you like to select?
Good afternoon, colleagues. I'm going to select 11. That's my birthday.
It did.
Okay.
11
All
did.
right.
It did.
All right. So let's click on star 11. There you go. Being well rested and less stressed can lead to greater focus. Now remember, the green button is for true, the red button is for false. So I'm going to read the question again, and you tell me which of these buttons you'd like me to click. Being well rested and less stressed can lead to greater focus. Which star would you like me to, which button would you like me to press?
The green button.
The green one. Yes, it is true. Let me see those clap hand emojis going up to celebrate Mr. Dean of Discipline, because he is in fact correct. Thank you so much for participating. Claudia, can I have your selection? I think I saw your hand a second. Go ahead. Miss Claudia, do you have the opportunity to speak? Yes, I see your mic is open. You can go ahead and select a star from 1 to 10. Mrs. Irvin, oh, they have to ask to unmute.
Host, could you please
All right,
unmute them?
Mr. Johnson. Right. As soon as we've identified the individual, please unmute them, because I see where Miss Claudia is asking to be unmuted. And I know she wants to choose her star, and we're
She is
here
in
for her.
fact unmuted. She is
Oh,
unmuted.
all right. Go ahead, Miss Ricketts, and select your star from 1 to 10.
Maybe she's having a challenge. Her mic is open, but it's not, I'm not seeing any movement.
All right. All right, Miss Ricketts, we'll come back to you, but in the meantime, feel free to keep celebrating your colleagues as they participate. I think I saw Miss Ruth and Edwards next. Are you able to speak, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Good night,
lovely.
everyone.
Good evening. Which star would
All
you like to
right.
select?
I'm going to go with number 7.
Number 7 it is. Let's hear what yours says. Humans are connected to their creator. In administering care to special groups in the family, this satisfies their spiritual needs. Is this a true statement or a false statement?
I'm going to go with true.
All right, let's see. So we're clicking the green button. Yes, it is true. And I think the giveaway there was creator. And as we
Yeah.
strive to ensure mental health, it is important that we lean heavily on our creator. I saw Miss Charlene Welsh next. Go ahead, Miss. Hi, Miss Welsh. Go ahead, Miss Welsh, and select your star.
Good
Which one would
evening,
you like?
everyone.
Good evening. Which one would
I'd
you like
like
to
to
choose?
go with number 1, please.
Number 1. All right, as a star girl. The brain requires the most rest at night. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
True.
All right, let's see. Absolutely correct. Let's see the hand claps going up for Miss Welsh. So if you're keeping record, you would know by now that we have gone with number 1, number 7, and number 11. And I see Miss Peter Gay Walters. Go ahead, Miss Walters. Don't forget to celebrate your colleagues.
Good evening, colleagues.
Good
Number
evening.
9.
Yes, number
Number
9. All right, number 9. It is sufficient to get all your nutrients from eating a steady diet of fruits and vegetable only. Is that true or false?
That's false.
All right, let's see. So we click the red button. Yes, it is false. Let's celebrate Miss Walters. Well, we'll try Miss Claudia again. She is so faithful. Her hand has been up the whole time. So go ahead and celebrate Miss Walters, and let's see if we can hear Miss Claudia. Go ahead, Miss Claudia. Oh no. Miss Claudia, sounds like we're gonna have to type your star selection in the chat, Miss Claudia. Because we really want to ensure that you get an opportunity to choose your star. Mrs. Irvin, are you able to see? Oh, she typed it. I love that. That's so quick. Oh, let me see. Oh, 3. There we go. I love the fact that in this arena we have several options. Taking a walk is an effective way to disconnect from work and a transition into home mode. Miss Claudia, what do you say? True or false? Feel free to type it in the chat real quickly. In the meantime, Mrs. Irvin, can you identify if there's another hand, please? Miss Claudia, is your hand answer true or false? Taking a walk is an effective way to disconnect from work and a transition into home mode. What do you say? True? All right, let's see. Lovely. It is in fact true. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to take a walk around the neighborhood or your yard if you have that space, because you need to break that space between home and work and home. Thank you so much. Celebrate her. I'm seeing Miss Stora. I don't want to mispronounce your first name. Go ahead, Miss Stora.
Hi, good evening, colleagues.
Yes, go ahead.
Try 14. I'm not sure if that was selected already.
Oh, maybe you joined us after we started. So numbers 12, 13, 14, and 15 are not activated. Somebody wished upon those stars long before us. So we're looking at 1 to 11. 11 is gone, 7 is gone, 9 is gone, and 1 is gone. So choose another one, please.
Number 3.
Number 3. There we go. Oh, sorry. Somebody just did number 3. Taking a walk is an effective way to transition from to home.
Number
Yes.
10.
Number what?
10.
Number 10. All right. Good work-life balance reduces stress and prevents burnout. Is that true or false?
True.
All right, let's see. Yes, it is true. Thank you so much for participating, Miss Stora. Can I have another participant? Is that Morning Glory International? Go ahead, Morning Glory International. Go ahead and choose your star. We're not hearing you. I'm not sure if you are unmuted. If not, Morning Glory International, could you type your selection in the chat while we take another one? Is this Miss Audria? Go ahead, Miss Audria.
Yes, it is. Number 6.
Number 6. All right, let's see. A proper nutrient intake, adequate rest, and intentional physical activity all contribute to good health. Is that true or is that false?
True.
All right, let's see. Congratulations. Go ahead and celebrate Miss Audria. I think we're down to number 5 and number 8. Can I have good? Thank you, Miss Stora. I love your team spirit. Did Miss or Mr. Morning Glory type their selection in the chat?
Hello, good afternoon. Good
Good
evening.
afternoon.
This is Miss Honest.
Oh, hi, Miss Wholeness.
Hi,
Which
Miss.
which star would you like?
I would like number 8. At one point, I forget that is the name of this technology that I'm using.
Oh, okay, I understand. Well, there we go. Now, Miss Wholeness, please listen, because you have a whole scenario. Jolly spends quality time with her family and friends, playing games and other fun activities. She is satisfying her social need. Is this true or is this false?
True.
It's true. All right, let's see. Yes, it is true. Go ahead and celebrate Miss Wholeness. I think we have 1 star left. Number 5. Is that Miss Audrey wanting to go again? I see your
I'm
hand
sorry, I
is...
didn't take down my hand, but if I can, yes, I will.
All right, you may.
Number 2.
Number 2, did we select number 2? Oh, this is a very important one, Miss Audrey. Setting boundaries is a useful strategy to ensure a better work-life balance. Is that true or is that false?
Definitely.
All right, she said definitely, she's certain. So we're gonna click and see, yes, you are absolutely correct. Celebrate Miss Audrey while we do the last star. Miss Yvette Wallace Garden, you may go ahead and unmute. You would like to select number?
Number 9.
Number 9. I think we did number 9 already. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
But number 4, number 4, number 4.
Number
I think that
4.
one wasn't done.
Number 4. Oh, and this is even more important. Self-care should be prioritized to ensure rest, relaxation, and recharge. Would you say that's true or false?
That is definitely true.
She's so certain. Let's go and see. Celebrate her for me, everybody. She is absolutely correct. Tamara, you want to select number 5? Tamara, you're on. I see your face, but we're not hearing you at all.
She typed in the chat.
Oh, she did.
Yes, so
Okay.
5 for her.
Okay, 5, and that will be our last selection. Scheduled breaks during the workday will result in poor productivity. Is that true or is that false, Ms. Tamara? Scheduled breaks during the workday will result in poor productivity. Can you check? Oh, I see 2 responses.
Said false.
She said false. Let's see. Well, congratulations. It is most definitely false. And to shed further light on these, please stay tuned with us for the rest of the presentation. Over to you, Miss Irving.
Thank you so much, Swan. You did an excellent job. And there you
Thank
go.
you.
There you go. We're seeing some reactions in the chat. Our colleagues are saying lovely activity. I too enjoyed the activity, though I did not express my thoughts while they were responding. But thank you so much, everyone, for participating in that activity. And I believe, well, there we go. We're seeing the reactions over there. So yes, we all enjoyed the activity. Thank you so much. Now, before we go any further, I'd like for you to know there are some persons who may be having internet challenges and the Zoom is not holding up properly for them. So we just want you to know that we're also streaming live on YouTube. As we speak, you can type in Christian Teachers in Action and you will see our webinar being streamed live over there. And I actually checked in not too long ago and I noticed that we had persons viewing, and I will give them a shout out in a moment. But for now, I'd like to ask, there are some persons who are actual members of our association, and I know that we have visitors here with us too. We have been sharing some tidbits over the past couple of days as it relates to mental health and wellness. May I see a show of virtual hands of any member or any participant in the chat who has seen any of these bits? Whether today, yesterday, the day before, any of the days. Have you seen any of them? And can you share the one that Tamara, Swan, Audrey, Ruthann, Janet, and I'm sure there are others. Now I'm gonna ask for 2 persons real quickly to share with us one of those bits that stands out to you the most, or the one you remember, or the one that has popped up on your phone. Yes, Roxania, thank you for joining us too. Yes. Share with us the one that stands out to you or the one that you have found first this evening now that I have asked. Who is gonna go first? Feel free to just open. Okay, go ahead, Swan.
I think the one that says there is hope, even when your brain tells you there is no hope, is so simple yet so profound. Because our brain is definitely controls everything that we do. So if your brain is saying there's no hope, you kind of want to believe that. But I know that there is a being bigger than us who is in charge of the very brain that is in charge of us. So I love the fact that there is still hope, even when we don't feel like it.
Thank you, Swan. And at the top of that particular note, coming to you, Ruthann, it actually says, stay strong. So you were, in fact, encouraging us to stay strong without even saying stay strong. So we're encouraging you all to stay strong. Go ahead, Ruthann.
The one that stood out for me is set priorities. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. As educators, we continuously have competing tasks. Everybody who comes to your door, to your classroom, believes that their item, their task is more important. So you have to know how to set priorities in order. That's the one that stood out for me.
Thank you, Ruthann. And that's the point. Set priorities. So there we go. We have something to practice or to try. Who will go next? The final one for now. We'll take one more, just one more. I'll see which camera is open, which mic is open. Audrey, go right ahead.
For me, stay strong. All stress, anxiety, depression is caused when we ignore who we are and start living to please others. It was just Sunday morning that I was in the kitchen reflecting, and the thought came to me. It doesn't matter if your significant other, your parents, children, boss does not see your small steps or what you do behind the scenes. That is not how you are. That's not how you are judged. God doesn't judge you by that. He sees and he will reward. So
There we
just be
go.
positive and stay strong. Yes.
Stay strong. So we are reminding ourselves to stay strong and also set priorities. Those are the two things that we're leaving with you at this point in our program. And I see the reactions. Hello, Miss Berry. Good to have you. All right. Now we are going to hear from our president. He will bring us greetings, and I'm handing over to you now, Jermaine Johnson, President of the Jamaican Home Economics Association. Please put your virtual hands together and welcome our president.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're hearing me clearly. And I must say good afternoon, not just to those who are here, but we are streaming live, and I want to say, it may be morning in your space, and so we say good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's just a privilege to have this forum and this webinar, because it's World Mental Health Month, but also you may see my background is pink. And so we also are supporting persons in terms of cancer awareness, and all of these two things really matter. We see quite a number of our educators who are not well. And we're talking about in-service teachers. And just to share a brief testimony, I have one of my dear mentors. She is the founder and president of the YouTube channel that we are on right now, Christian Teachers in Action. Her name is Mrs. Donette Norman. I wouldn't say former home economics teacher, but she taught home economics for quite a number of years at the Woolmar's Girls School. And she is currently not well. And we are praising God for just what has happened over the last month in terms of her, miraculous transformation, where God is just healing her, and the doctors and all persons, caregivers, are doing their best. And I will say, many times when we feel as if it's time to take a break, or we may not feel it because she was going quite well. We had a meeting on a Thursday afternoon because we're planning a conference coming up at the Cedar Grove Academy. And we finished the meeting, everything was fine. And then afterwards, she just didn't feel well. And so this is so timely to have this forum. But also, as I bring you greetings, I just want to say to each and every person to share with you, and I'm not the main presenter, he's going to come with somewhere for you, but just about misconceptions about mental health. People who are having a mental challenge, they are not crazy. So I want us as educators, we may have students in our care who may be exhibiting these things. We have colleagues, our family members. I'm asking us not to think that persons are crazy and that people with mental illness are weak. Those misconceptions, as educators, we should really throw them out the window pretty much. And we are going to be those ones to champion the positive attributes and the truth of what we know as educators. Education brings light. And when we educate persons, we are bringing a level of illumination to them. And the opposite of light is darkness, which is actually ignorance. And so we don't want persons to stay ignorant and not get it. But I'll close with this, that people with mental illness can indeed function well in society if they are properly managed. And so we want to offer the support, because none of us know when we'll have that bad day. Yes, that breakdown and whatever it is, spiraling out of control. So I just want to say again, thank you so much for coming on. I trust that you will enjoy the rest of the program. And for those who are not yet members of JHEA, please do reach out to us to become a member of this association until November. It is absolutely free to sign up. So come on in. All home economics teachers, you need to be a part of what is happening now. And so do enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Jermaine. You just heard from our vibrant, hardworking president, Mr. Jermaine Johnson. And don't think I'm using these words just because people usually say them. No. If you know Jermaine, you know that he's always busy, always engaged, always being a part of anything that has to do with God, the youth, and just promoting positive vibrations. Now, I have a question for all our home economists. Those who are visitors, if you know the answer, that's equally okay, but this is mainly for our home economists. Today is the 16th of October. It is a special day. Who can tell us, without looking at my status, who can tell us what today is recognized as? Please raise your hand if you know, or you can run over to the website of the Food and Agriculture Organization and tell us. Today is in fact a special day. Nobody knows? I see your hand, Dr. Clark, and I know that you know. Go ahead, Dr. Clark.
I'm hoping I know. Is it World Food Day? Oh,
Today
Gina has put
is
it up.
World Food Day. It is. And Dr. Clark,
Yes.
I know that this is quite sudden, but could you just share with us a little bit what World Food Day is all about?
I have no idea.
Generally.
I think generally, World Food Day addresses issues of food security. We understand how important food security is. It's ensuring that everyone has sufficient food that is of good nutritional value, just food to ensure that our bodies remain healthy and well. And, when countries do not have sufficient food, then we do have food insecurity and we have a challenge with health among our population. So I think that is generally what it's addressing.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. So
You're
all things
welcome.
food, nutrition, you talked to Dr. Clark, and I'm sure some of her past students are in this room as well and are also on YouTube. So thank you, Dr. Clark, for the stellar work you continue to do, even in your third round of retirement. And we also congratulate Hygiena for giving the correct answer as well in the chat. It is World Food Day. Thank you so much, Dr. Clark.
You are welcome. I think Hygiena may be from St. Lucia.
Ah.
Yes, Hygiena, Rita, and Priscilla are joining us from St. Lucia.
Welcome our St. Lucians, and I'm pretty sure there may be other members from CAHE, and CAHE is the Caribbean Association of Home Economists. So welcome to all our CAHE brothers and sisters who have chosen to be with us this evening. We are truly grateful. Yes, and those of our home ec teachers who are not a part of JHEA and are not a part of CAHE, this is your grand opportunity.
And please allow me to mention Mrs.
Sure.
Ethel Dixon, past lecturer at the Shortwood Teachers College and retired home economist. She is here as well.
Welcome, welcome, and thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Clark, for identifying those of our participants who are sharing with us this evening. We appreciate it. So we will continue our program just to share a little bit more with you on World Food Day. And I'm actually looking at the Food and Agriculture Organization's website. It says that this year's theme is Hand in Hand for Better Food and a Better Future. And World Food Day is celebrated each year on the 16th of October. So let us put that in our home calendars. So it's not just World Home Economics Day, but we have another day, World Food Day, and there are other days that we celebrate as well. So there we go. Thank you, one and all. At this time, I know that we always anticipate some kind of excitement when we go to webinars, not just to sit and look. And so we invite Miss Yvette, our committee chair for education and training, who will bring us an item at this time. Over to you, Yvette.
Are you seeing me? Good evening, everyone.
Good. Hi, Yvette. Yes, we're seeing you now.
Good, good.
Good evening.
I don't have anyone to hold my camera, so I have to sit for this one. All right, here we go. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Jamaica, land of beauty, we promise faithfully to serve thee with our talents and bring our gifts to thee. Jamaica, we will always, in honor of thy name, work steadfastly and wisely, and never bring thee shame. From riversides to mountains, from cane fields to the seas, our hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free. Together in our country, in love and brotherhood, we'll work and play in freedom as all God's children should. With hearts and hands united, give thanks for everything that God has given to us. Together let us sing. This is the land of my birth. This is the land of my birth. This is Jamaica, my Jamaica, the land of my birth. This is the land of my birth. This is the land of my birth. This is Jamaica, my Jamaica, the land of my birth. Oh, 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 yeah. Sweet, sweet Jamaica, nah left ya. Me aki ya, me saltfish, nah left ya. Soft yam and banana, nah left ya. Nah left ya, nah left ya. Nah left ya, nah left ya. Oh, yeah. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica land we love. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Yvette. That was quite patriotic. And though we have other members from other Caribbean islands, we know that your island is equally special to you. But for those of us who are in Jamaica, we can truly appreciate and relate to this item, the land of our birth. Sweet, sweet Jamaica. I'm not sure if everybody is saying nah left ya still, but Sweet, sweet Jamaica. We'll just let it rest right there. Thank you so much, Yvette, for sharing, for giving us that wonderful item. Now we are getting to the meat of the matter. And so at this time, we invite Miss Grayson York, who is also a committee chair for nominations, who will introduce to us our speaker for this afternoon's program. Now, as we listen, just before Grayson speaks, as we listen, we invite you, we remind you to drop your questions in the chat or your comments, or you may send them to me directly and I will share them for you if you know, you don't want to hide my DM, hide my ID, right? You can send them directly to me or write them down because we will have a Q&A segment at the end of the presentation, or I don't know what the speaker will decide to do, but let's just listen in and let us give our undivided attention as Grayson introduces our presenter. Over to you, Grayson.
Good evening, everyone. Are you hearing me clearly and seeing me okay? All right.
Seeing you.
It is my pleasure this evening to introduce our guest speaker, which is he is my longtime friend. And so I know that he is quite capable for this task that has been bestowed upon him. So Dr. Donovan Thomas, he is a charming and charismatic individual. He has worked with individuals with suicidal ideations for over 30 years and has conducted extensive research on the subject, which deals with suicide, confronting suicides, and among Jamaican teens. He holds a doctorate in ministry from Columbia Theological Seminary in Atlanta, Georgia. And he has other distinctions that is associated with him. He is the author of a book known as Confronting Suicides, Helping Teens at Risk. And this book has received recognition and endorsement from the Jamaica Ministry of Education. From his wealth of experience and training in dealing with suicidality, he has made numerous presentations to the business, community, educational sector, churches, other public sector organizations in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, North and South America, even as far as Asia and Africa. So we know that Dr. Donovan Thomas is coming to us with a wealth of knowledge. His wife, Dr. Faith Thomas, is also his co-partner in this ministry that he offers, and both of them are founders of the True Life Ministry, which is a non-profit organization. So definitely, both he and his wife has dedicated their life to helping others deal with their mental health issues. And so it is my pleasure to present to you all Dr. Donovan Thomas. We welcome you to this session. We thank you for taking the time to be here with us. And we know that we are in for a wealth of knowledge. And so I'd like everybody to join me. We can't clap or so, but just join me in welcoming Dr. Donovan Thomas. We look forward to an impactful session with you. Take it away.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Great, thank you so much, Mrs. York, for your kind words. So great to be with you. Congratulations on what you're doing. What a privilege to be talking to these distinguished persons today. Madam Chair, thank you so much. Mr. President, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, all over on Zoom, on YouTube, and everywhere else. We join in praying for our sister as she goes through this time of illness. So great to be with you. Yes, October is Mental Health Month, and things have been going on. Can you imagine that in this Mental Health Month, there are so many challenges that we are faced with in our Jamaica land we love. So many have displayed mental health issues, and up to last night, I am hearing about a man who decided that he didn't want to live. So today we're talking about mental health and work-life balance. Is it overwork that is causing damages, or what? And we're going to interact with some stuff as we go through. Wait, I need to be off screen a little bit, make sure I have my right presentation. Just give me a second, please.
All right. As we wait patiently for Dr. Thomas to come back on screen, I'm sure that there were other persons who saw the posts that we were sending out this week. There was a very interesting one that was sent out even today. Let's see. Did anyone receive that one today? Let me run over to my status. It's a Stay Strong one. Anybody has one? Any one of those posts that we sent out this week? Well, from late last week? Anyone? That you'd like? Yes, go ahead, Miss Holness.
I like this one. It said, be of value. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. So we should prioritize in making a positive impact and contribute to others through our works or through skills.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Holness. And also not to measure our success or our value by other persons' meter or ruler or what others are doing. But we need to set our own goals. We need to have our own priorities. We need to understand the value that God has placed on each of us. And once we recognize that, appreciate and acknowledge that, then some of the things that we tend to battle with may not be so challenging to deal with. I'm not saying they won't be there, but they may not be so challenging once we appreciate and accept and love ourselves for who we are. Anyone else would like to share one of the pointers with us that you saw? Maybe it's not one that we shared. Clover, I see your mic open. It could be one that you just live by. Welcome, Augustina.
Thank you. The one I'd like to share is stay strong. All stress, anxiety, depression is caused when we ignore who we are and start living to please others. So I think trying to do that, we lose ourselves, our identity, and we carry a load that we were not meant to carry.
There we go. Thank you so much, Clover. Thank you for sharing that one. And we can
You're
all
welcome.
relate. Yes, because there's always something within us that kind of causes us to want to match up with others. We want to please others. And we also see it even in some of our students who behave a certain way because they want to please us. So, you know, we tend to do it too, but we have to be very careful that in doing that, we don't end up hurting ourselves. Dr. Thomas, are you ready?
Yes, thank you so much.
There we
Wow.
go.
What creativity, what flexibility. Appreciate it greatly. Yes. All right. So we're talking about mental health and work-life balance. And we're going to talk a little bit about what is mental health, what constitutes good mental health. We're going to talk about what is work-life balance, and we're going to delve into some other stuff as we go through the next few minutes. When we talk about positive mental health, we're talking about experiencing positive emotions, happiness, joy, pride, satisfaction, and love. When we talk about positive mental health, we're talking about having positive relationships, people you care for and people who care for you, feeling engaged with life, having a sense of meaning and purpose, feeling like your life is valuable and worthwhile, a sense of accomplishment, doing things that give you a sense of achievement or accomplishment. We talk about emotional stability, resilience, optimism, self-esteem, and vitality. Emotional stability, feeling calm and able to manage emotions. Resilience, the ability to cope with the stresses of daily life. We are optimistic and display and feel positive about our life and future. Positive self-esteem and vitality. What is work-life balance? The ability to manage work, responsibilities alongside personal and family life. Balance is dynamic, not static. When neglected, imbalance leads to exhaustion and burnout. As we think about workplace and we think about the challenges in the workplace, I want to highlight 7 common mental health challenges in the workplace. And I'm just going to list them. Anxiety disorder, chronic stress and burnout, emotional exhaustion and compassion fatigue, depression, relationship strain and conflict, sleep deprivation and cognitive decline, substance misuse and unhealthy coping. And sometimes that leads to suicide, and it is painful, but we have witnessed the loss of loved ones, our own Jamaican people, in the workplace, in the schools, and elsewhere, to suicide in the past month. In fact, September 10th was World Suicide Prevention Day. The very day afterwards, we had a young man. Then we hear about somebody from the workplace, and up to yesterday, somebody from the workplace. How much do you know about suicide? We're not going to talk much about that today, but if you would like to just click on that QR code, you can get a chance to download this question sheet, and the answers will come right back to you. How much do you know about suicide? Mental illness is the primary cause of suicide. Over 90% of those who complete suicide are people who have mental health issues. One man was so stressed in the workplace. He went through a time of depression. He went and bought himself a gun, and people thought, wow, how interesting. 2 weeks later, he died by his own hands. How much do you know about suicide? In another second, I am going to take that down. If you have been able to capture it, go ahead. I probably will also just put it in the chat just in case you didn't get it there. Understanding mental health. Mental health affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It influences managing stress, relationships, and decision making. A balanced life promotes emotional stability and resilience. I would like to suggest a quick inspired toolkit for better mental health in the workplace, in the community, wherever we are. And on World Mental Health Day, we actually posted this. Some of you may have seen it before. Inspired toolkit for mental health and well-being. And I want to say to us, as we deal with mental health challenges and as we deal with maintaining our own mental health, that we'll be better off to insist on introspection. Take time out to look within ourselves. Note the positive and express gratitude. Smile more and stress less. Practice healthy conflict resolution. Integrity is essential. Ensure a balanced life. Integrity is essential. Resilience matters, the ability to be able to bounce back. Ensure a balanced life. Determination and dependence on God helps with our mental well-being. I'd like to introduce the balance framework, even as we think about mental health and workplace balance. And I'm using the acrostic, and I love using acrostics. We can capture things very quickly, easily, succinctly. Here we are. Be aware. We have got to notice the signs of stress that we're dealing with. Yes? Are we getting irritable? Are we having relationship problems? What are some of those signs that we're dealing with? Acknowledge limitations. I want to encourage us that as we seek to create this balanced framework, that we cannot pour from an empty cup. And there are so many of us who are dealing with challenges that we need a time of renewal. Live with purpose. Work that aligns with meaning fuels joy. My wife and I are at the place in our lives where our work has become relaxation. We enjoy what we do. And so we live with purpose. When we function from our position of giftings, we experience greater joy. We teach a course at the college level called The Art and Science of Happiness. And some of you may have been students of that course. You may have participated. But the idea is to be able to align our work with those things that we enjoy doing, that our character strengths come out in our work. Align priorities. Let your schedule match your values. Nurture relationships. Stay connected. One hand can clap. Relationship with family, relationship with friends, relationship with God. And I want to say to us, don't be a successful failure. I don't want to know that while I am busy taking care of other people's children and helping them on the path to better mental health, to live more fulfilled lives, that my own children go astray. In the midst of all that is going on, I encourage us to care for body and mind. Make sure that there's adequate sleep, that we're involved in exercise, that there is nutrition, and care for mind. Yes, prayer. Cast all your cares upon him because he cares. Engage support systems. Use friends, faith, professionals, family members as part of your support system. Let's introduce the balance framework as I have shared with you here. Many of you are doing that. We talk about stress. What are some common workplace stress? Heavy workloads and unrealistic deadlines, role conflict or unclear expectations, poor communication or toxic environments, job insecurity and financial pressure, compassion fatigue in the helping professions. Yes, even those of us who are engaged in helping others, we also need those times of renewal. What do you do for time of renewal and refreshing? I've mentioned some of these already. Mental health impact, emotionally, we are impacted. Anxiety, when our mental health is out of sync, when there's work-life imbalance, it affects us emotionally. Anxiety, depression, irritability. Sometimes it affects our abilities to be able to think. Poor concentration and decision making. I listened to a father this past week as he expressed the regret at not responding to the cry of his son. And he said, if I had listened, if I was not so tired, I would have given better advice. I would have been able to intercept him before he died by suicide. Sometimes we experience physical issues as a result of being impacted negatively. Fatigue, headache, high blood pressure, and sometimes socially we withdraw. There's conflict, relationships are strained. As we think about work-life balance, I want us to be very aware, and yes, some of us are aware, of some of those poor work-life balance. What signs of poor work-life balance? Constant tiredness or irritability. Difficulty disconnecting from work. Neglecting relationships. Or neglecting to deal with the self-care that we need. Declining performance and satisfaction. Signs of poor work-life balance. Sometimes there are organizational responsibilities. And sometimes the organization needs to be more aware of the need for balance. Sometimes in our own setting, in our own work, in our own workplace, we can take steps to be able to improve our mental health, like promote mental health days and flexible schedules. Yeah. Provide wellness programs and counseling access. Even the counselor needs a counselor. Foster a culture of compassion and inclusion. Recognize and reward healthy work habits. There is a place for faith as we deal with work-life balance. There's a place to model for others as God has modeled to us a time of rest. Do we just keep going? Even at creation, God took time out to rest. Faith and rest. Jesus withdrew for solitude and renewal. He took time to be by himself for renewal. Sabbath reminds us that rest is sacred, not selfish. Take a day. It can be your Saturday, as many of you are doing, but it can be another day where it's your Sabbath, a time to rest and deal with renewal. I'm going to share with you now 5 R's for work-life harmony. And I'm going to invite you to take one of those R's and write one sentence, or if you're, write one sentence. I don't think your mic is open. That to say how you will improve in one of these areas for better work-life balance. Rest, relationships, reflection, recharge, renewal. Make a sentence with one of those R's to indicate how you can better improve your mental health through work-life balance. Anybody, who will start? Anything going on in the chat there? Use
Not
that
as
one.
yet, sir.
Not as yet. Kadion Tomlinson, please put in the chat. What is that again, Kadion? Anybody?
A mic is open. I'm not sure if the person would like to respond to your question. Cheverdine? Or maybe it was in.
Sorry about that.
Cheverdine? All right, let me see what's going on here. Build positive relationships. Andrea is saying, let's build positive relationships. Tracy is saying, let's just see if we can type up one of those. Rest will turn off all devices. I will turn off all devices and rest peacefully. Galaxy A12. Recharge so that you can be refreshed.
Dr. Thomas, you missed Andrea Marriott. She did say before those, build positive relationships. That's at the top.
All right, great. Thank
you.
you.
May continue. Charlene Welsh.
Go ahead and read.
Sure. Recharge. I will take a break and recharge before moving on or before it gets overwhelming. We also have Kadion Tomlinson. She says, or he said, I will definitely make time to rest. We have Shanane Burton. Recharge. I plan to take at least one weekend per month to retreat and recharge. Is it retreat? As in retreat yourself or retreat? You'd have to answer. Grayson says, I will take the time to recharge. Roach, recharge. Take a day when I feel overwhelmed. Grayson also said, reflection is necessary for self-improvement. And Annette Parkinson, rest. Leave schoolwork at school. And I think that's a good way to end this part of the responses, sir. Over
Yes.
to you.
Leave schoolwork at,
Oh, there's another, Dr. Thomas,
and
from
there are some
Clover.
others coming. Some others are putting it together. Let's have them. What can we do?
Reflection. She
Reflection.
said,
Yes, Clover.
yes, I will take time to reflect what happens regularly. And I guess this will also help, for self-improvement, as Grayson was saying. There we go.
Yes. And what's yours, Carnet? What's your
Can I borrow all of what was posted before? All of these points?
That's a big load to carry, but yes, you may.
Retreat. Taking time away from everything and everyone. Maybe that is the one I really should take. Just taking that moment to be alone, to meddle with my thoughts, or probably just not to think of anything at all. That's hard to do, but I think that's what I need to do.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to pick renewal. Where am I? Where am I? Yeah, renewal. 2 weekends ago, we took a weekend to go to a conference where we were on the receiving end. Is anybody hearing me? Carnet, are you frozen? Anybody? Carnet?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Still
sir.
hearing you.
All right. Yeah. So my wife and I work hard. We are accustomed to getting lots of help. We have moved our geographic location. And so we are building from the ground, building Choose Life International in another setting, pivoting for more international. So we work long and hard. And I realized that I was getting short with my wife, sometimes miserable, and just feeling pressured, running from one thing to the other, being annoyed at every little thing. We took this weekend at a retreat, at a pastor's conference, and it is just amazing how I left there feeling so refreshed, feeling renewed, and I can say empowered to be able to speak to you about work-life balance. Refreshing. Part of what it did for me was to clear my mind and to help me again to be able to prioritize and to be able to get in a mode that helped me to be more focused, to be willing to prioritize some stuff. For instance, I had a dream some years ago that I was launching a book. Thank you, Miss Holness. Recharge to refresh, prioritize, self-care, do something I enjoy, and set boundaries between work and lifestyle. So I had a dream, I had a vision that I was launching a book called Fathering the Exponential Factor. And at this conference, there were several things happening that talked about fathering and responsible fathers, etc. And I left so renewed and energized and empowered that a 7-year dream, I decided to dust off the vision and to pick it up and to start afresh on the journey to writing this book, Fathering the Exponential Factor. And it's been just over a week, and I am working on some chapters. It's amazing that when we are rested, we can experience the renewal and be empowered to be able to move to the next level. I will take time to rest and recharge. In that time, I will reflect and build strong relationships and come back renewed and refreshed. Thank you, Yvette, for that affirmation there. Recharged, refreshed, prioritize self-care, do something I enjoy, and set boundaries between work and personal life. 5 R's for work-life harmony. I want to speak to families as we come to this junction. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. My wife and I actually have 2 sons. We've been involved in ministry. We've been involved in helping people. I've been involved in suicide prevention for over 30 years. And we prioritized time with our children when they were young. No, they're in their 30s. I always said to myself, I do not want to be a successful failure. While I'm succeeding with career, while I'm succeeding with helping other people, fulfilling the call of God upon my life, that my children are left behind. I remember leaving one day to go to my Youth for Christ meeting when I was national director. And as I said goodbye to my son, I realized that he needed me. I don't know whatever he was going through. I don't remember now, but I just saw his face so distressed and disturbed and with tears in his eyes. I had a choice at that time. Do I attend to him or do I go attend to other people's children? I thought about it and I decided that I am going to give attention to him. I delegated some of what I was going to do, and there were enough people to be able to carry on in my presence. And I gave attention to Daniel. And some of you probably know Daniel, Loudmouth in Jamaica at this time. Pour into, give the balance that is needed. Pour into the children. Those of you with younger children, prioritize time with them. Don't just leave them behind. I share with you one other story of balance as we work through career, as we work through call, as we work through studies. My wife Faith completed her her master's in 1989. I was National Director of Youth for Christ. I was Caribbean Regional Director during some of those later years. Our first child was born in 1991. And I kept on saying to Faith, why don't you go ahead and do your doctorate? Why? What's taking you so long? I went on, I did my master's, went on, did up to my doctoral work. Kept on saying, Faith, why don't you do your doctoral work? And she kept on saying, somebody has to give attention to the children. And we agreed, to prioritize the well-being of the children. And Faith never went on to do any further studies until the children were out of college. And then they were able to help pay for her studies. And it was last year that she completed her doctorate. What is more important for you, career success or the well-being of your children? I place that out there for what it is worth. Let's prioritize self-care. Let's prioritize well-being. Let's prioritize relationship. Let's prioritize renewal. And I echo again as I bring this segment to a close. We cannot pour from an empty cup. I ask you, therefore, prioritize rest, relationships, reflection. Take time to recharge. And may you experience renewal in body, in mind, and in spirit. I ask you, reflect for further reflection. What does balance mean to you? Balancing what? It is not just about balancing the checkbook. It's about balancing life. What signs show that you are out of balance? Is there anything that we have said today that shows that you're out of balance? I ask you, take a picture of it, of those questions, for reflection and discussion where possible. I ask you, what change can you make to protect your mental health and reorganize your priorities? What can you change this week to protect your mental health? I leave those questions there. And I say to you, a healthy mind and balanced life fuel greater purpose, creativity, and service to others. Protecting mental health is not luxury, it's a responsibility. Choose Life International desires to be in support. There are several webinars that we have done that highlight balanced life, help with stress. Go to our website, go to the Choose Life International website, and benefit from that. And many of us know the things in our heads. I ask you to be very deliberate in practicing balance as we forge ahead. I see somebody saying, congratulations to my wife of 39 years. Last year, she completed her Doctor of Psychology. Yes, thank you, Leonie. I will communicate to her. I share with you some contact information. If we can be of help, let us know. I'm going to see if I can put that QR code in the chat, just in case you haven't gotten a chance to do it as yet. So we now pause for question and answer, and as we forge ahead. Hello? Did we lose our moderator?
Sir, I'm here, but as we know, technology can be such a dreadful thing sometimes. And so I was here and all of a sudden I was just not here.
Yes.
So I'm now back. What were you saying to me, sir?
What's the last thing you heard?
You were doing that quote on your last slide.
Okay. All right. So I was, let me do over the last quote for you.
Sure. Thank you.
A healthy mind and balanced life fuel greater purpose, creativity, and service to others. Protecting mental health is not a luxury, it's a responsibility.
A responsibility. I got that. Thank you so much, Dr. Thomas. Let me see what's happening in the chat. My mental health is my responsibility, and I will rest and reflect and take time to recharge. I think persons are in fact reflecting. Thank you for posting that as well, Dr. Thomas, that we can also use and put on our statuses. At this point, we'll go into our Q&A segment. It may not be a question that you have. Maybe it's a thought you'd like to share. Maybe some words of affirmation to Dr. Thomas. Maybe some words pertaining to the presentation that he did. at this time, we will now facilitate that. So feel free if you'd like to speak, raise your hand. We will acknowledge you. If you would rather type in the chat, then we will go ahead and read that for you. All right, so Eileen has shared her thought in the chat. Thank you, Eileen. And we will just continue to post our things. So we're open now to questions. Any questions you'd like to ask of Dr. Thomas? I know you have done many of these webinars, Dr. Thomas. I've been in a couple of them. I know quite a bit of the things that you have been presenting. I have tried to do some of the things that you have shared. I'm not always as successful as I'd love to be, but still trying. And I think that's what is most important, that we keep at it and not to give up. And while the thoughts are coming in, there's something that you mentioned too that, of course, I had to capture. Let me see where I wrote it down. Here we go. You spoke of, coming to you, Roger, you spoke of the Bible, which is the guide that most of us use. And you mentioned Genesis chapter 2, verses 2 and 3. And you did say the man that we are following after, he too rested. He rested on the Sabbath day. And if we are following after him, then indeed we should be resting on the seventh day as well. And you reminded us that resting is sacred and not selfish. That's something that stood out for me. Roxania says, take breaks at intervals to avoid diminishing returns. Impressive. Go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, good afternoon again. I really enjoyed the session. As a dean of discipline, we interact with a lot of students, parents every day. But doctor, I want to find out from you. Well, I know the answer, but just for the benefit of this presentation, a lot of parents come to me daily. They say they are stressed. They emphasize on being stressed. Can you differentiate between stress and being with mental health, or can stress lead up to mental health? That's my question. Thank you for your response.
All right, but you said you know the answer, so go ahead and answer it for us. For me.
I want a technical and a clinical response to that question.
All right, so I actually indicated that one of the mental health challenges is stress. So stress is a mental health challenge. And yes, stress does lead to further mental health issues. And many times people are so stressed that it could lead to depression and other issues, and sometimes so stressed and depression, even leading into suicide. Anybody else that would like to contribute?
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. Yes, Grayson has raised her hand. Go ahead, Grayson.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Dr. Thomas, it was very impactful. And what I will take away from this is that sometimes we often blame others for our stress. We blame our bosses, like being a teacher, for the heavy timetable and the workload that I have. But my takeaway is, yes, I need to take responsibility because it's my mental health. Others might not be concerned about my mental health, but I must seek to set time to renew, all of those R words that you shared, right? Set the time for it, make the time for it, prioritize it, just like how I prioritize completing my other tasks and completing them on time. Prioritize time for my mental health. Nobody's gonna do it for us. So we have to take control of that.
Thank you so much, Grayson. The truth of the matter is, if we do not plan for ourselves, other people will plan for us.
And they're not necessarily planning to de-stress us.
They're not really planning to de-stress us. And so we have to take responsibility.
Right.
But also that stress is our reaction to something we consider a threat or challenge. Simple to the definition, our reaction. So two people can be going through the same situation. One becomes paralyzed by that same situation, that somebody else becomes empowered. So how do we react? We can grow through it or we can go under with the same situation. So your mindset is important. The more rested we are, the better we are able to face the challenges of life. I get irritable when I am less rested. I am more likely to be short with my wife, of that I love so dearly. When I am under pressure, when I feel when I am out of balance, relationships get hurt. And guess what? Who are the people? What relationships usually get hurt? Those people who are closest to us. And we want to be able to just manage that. I want to
Thank
say
you
to
so
all
much.
of us, let's get the help that we need. Reach out to somebody, reach out to a friend, reach out to a counselor, talk it through, whatever is going on with you. I love Rogerian's style of counseling, just helping people to talk through what's bothering them. And we have known it. We know sometimes. We just listen, pay attention, listen with our ears, listen with our eyes, listen with our hearts. What are they saying? We may just need somebody to listen to us. And sometimes this is not the advice that I need, You and I just need to download. Find somebody that can talk with. There are many people who care about us. Let's prioritize our mental health, our well-being, and forge ahead. Do something practical today to display that balance as we seek to give and give and give. Peace be with you.
Let's see some virtual cheers and some hearts and some celebratory emojis for Dr. Thomas's presentation. Thank you so much, Dr. Thomas, for that inspirational message that you shared with us. So those who are Christians, those who are not, there was something for everyone. And I'll just share with you from the chat. Dr. Clark says, I appreciate the balance framework. I do too, Dr. Clark actually wrote it down. I encourage individuals who are still in the workplace to form meaningful relationships with colleagues. Make friends with those with whom you work, study, live, etc. It is necessary. Jermaine said, great presentation. Hygiena, informative and interesting session. Food for thought and to put into practice. Great session. Thanks. And Roxane said, very profound. Marvel said, awesome and thought-provoking. And I pray that we don't. Janelle, well done, sir. Excellent presentation. Roach, thank you. Great presentation from Amanda Berry. And I know that the rest of us probably just can't reach to the phone or the laptop to type. Make friends with who you work with. So profound. Yes. This was an excellent presentation. Excellent presentation. Well said. And I too join in. Please do another. We will do another. I too join representing our association, Dr. Thomas, on behalf of the Jamaican Home Economics Association. We thank you so much for sharing with us. We know you're not on the rock at this time, but you made the time to be with us, to share with us, and just to help us all to balance all those things that we have in our lives, because we do know it is important to balance all the things that all of us have to do. I love the information presented. Great presentation, very profound. I'm happy I'm here for this presentation. Amen. I'm happy too. So once again, thank you so much, Doc. Please give our love to Dr. Faith as well, and tell her thanks for sending you over to be with us for a few moments.
Yes, and guess what? Next week, this time, I'll be on the rock.
There we go.
Yeah, so we're only one flight away.
That's right. So we'll see you when you
We were
get
here
here.
last month and we'll be there this month and next month. And so we're just doing a bunch. And the words, I want to just say commendation to the Ministry of Education for the 1,000 participants that were at the World Suicide Prevention Day seminar online September 10th. We appreciate your engagement. This is time when all of us need to be very deliberate and very active. I don't know, were people able to do that that QR code? Did you get all questions right, Miss?
I'm not sure. Some persons were asking. Maybe you could repost it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm able to put it in the chat. Is it in the chat? I was trying to
I
put,
didn't see it.
I was
Someone
trying to
said
put it
no.
immediately after the Inspire toolkit.
All right, so while you get that ready for us, Dr. Thomas, we're just going to press on. So thank you again, everyone, for your active participation. And thanks again officially to you, Dr. Thomas. And you know we will make it up to you as soon as that time comes around. We were really, really encouraged this afternoon. Someone said, I felt so refreshed after this webinar. Great. So we're waiting for it to be posted in the chat,
I'll
that
put it on the
QR
screen.
code. Oh, it's on screen. So you could try to just turn your cameras on your phones or your tablets and scan the QR code that is on screen. So thanks again, Doc. Thank you everyone for your active participation.
And if anybody would like to get a copy, just send me. That's my telephone number there and my email address. You can just send it there. I'll just send you a WhatsApp or something. Just take a picture of it if you want, and I'll send it to you.
All right.
All
Thank you,
right.
Doc.
You're welcome. Thanks again for the honor of being with you. Shalom.
You're welcome. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of that aspect of our afternoon, and we're almost finished. We thank you for being with us for 1 hour and 32 minutes thus far, and we're not taking you to 2 hours, so let us roll on. In the chat, you will see a link, and that link is that for the evaluation form, Kemoy, or is it the membership form?
No, that's a QR code.
Oh, that's the QR, that's the link to the
Right,
QR
that's what
code.
I'm seeing. Yes.
Oh, that's what you're getting. Okay, great. All right, so that's the link to the QR code for Dr. Thomas's questions that he had mentioned. So you can go ahead and capture that. Now, there are several persons in our chat this afternoon, and there are others who have seen us on the road and so forth, and they've been asking, how do I become a member of the Jamaican Home Economics Association? And so I'm going to ask our secretary to put the link to the Google form in the chat. Once you are a home ec practitioner, that may not be the name that your school or your institution uses, that's fine. We need you to be a part of the association. So whether you are a lecturer, you are a teacher, you are a lab technologist, lab technician, etc., you are still able to be a part of the Jamaican Home Economics Association. And as our president pointed out earlier, from now until the end of November, you don't have to pay any membership fee. So grab it while supplies last. All right, so that's the link to our membership form. There we go. Now we'd like to just introduce our executive team to you all. And so I'm gonna ask our tech person to just go ahead and share that presentation, just to know, so you can all be aware of who our executive team members are. You will see those who are from your parish, those who are from your schools, etc., that you can make contact with if you need assistance with anything regarding home economics. I think maybe you should just do it again and let me say the names just for those persons who are so they can hear my voice. Are you hearing me? Okay. All right, so it's coming up. Okay, so we have on our executive team, our officers, Dr. Leonie Clark, immediate past president, as was mentioned earlier, our president, Jermaine Johnson, our first Vice President, Natoya Bogle-Carty, and our second Vice President, Karnet Batchelor Evering. Next. You may continue. We also have Kemoy Thomas Reed, our Secretary, Assistant Secretary Suan Bernard Little, our Treasurer, Janet Valentine Campbell, Assistant Treasurer Shadeen Williamson. We also have some committee chairpersons. So our research chairperson is Eileen Kohal Bailey. Our education and training chairperson is Yvette Wallace Gordon. You saw her in action this afternoon. Our membership chairperson, Peter Gay Walters. Publications, Ruth Ann Edwards. And nominations, Grace Ann York. We also have some public relations officers from the different counties. So from Surrey, we have Jody Brown. From Cornwall, I can't see the screen very clearly, it's a bit blurry. But from Middlesex, we have Shaniel. Can't remember Shaniel's last name right now.
Davis.
Everything is blurry on screen. I don't know if someone is seeing it.
Let me read for you.
Shaniel Davis. Thank you, Shaniel, from Middlesex. Please make contact with your persons. Sure, thank you.
Karnet, Miss Cornwall, it is Susan Gregory Grizzle.
Right.
For Cornwall.
Thank you. You could do the next one as well, please, when it comes up.
Okay, so the regional representatives, we have Alicia Warmington Williams for Region 1, Trisha Murphy Grosset, Region 3, Roxanne Robinson Carter for Region 5. Also from Region 5, we have Terrica Sapperton Blackella. We missed Region 6. Region 6 is Kerry Ann Carby, and Region 7 is Charmaine White.
Thank you so much, Kemoy. Thank you. So we're encouraging you to just make contact with those persons from your counties, from your schools, who are our contact persons, and they can provide you with the necessary information as it relates to becoming a member of the Jamaican Home Economics Association. As we close out, I use this opportunity to say thank you once again to all of you who have joined us on YouTube and those who have joined us in our Zoom room, those who are sharing devices with others. We thank you. There is a link in the chat for our evaluation form, and we beg of you, we know most persons don't like to do the exit form, but we beg of you to just complete the exit form so we can have an idea what else we can do for you. How was the webinar this afternoon? And that will also help us to plan for the future. As we go, special thanks to all our JHEA members. Thank you to our CAHE members who stopped by, our lecturers from MICO. We also had persons from the Ministry of Education, Youth, Skills, and Innovation. I hope I said that right. Information. Very good. Thank you. Ministry of Education, Youth, Skills, and Information. There we go. We also had lecturers from Shortwood, from UTech, yes, University of Technology, Jamaica. We also had persons from, oh my goodness, I soon tell you, from the Heart Trust, NSTA. We also had persons from Edna Manley, from their School of Hospitality. And there are so many others. We have all our teachers from the different high schools all across Jamaica and across our Caribbean region. We thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
You had retirees.
And Dr. Clark, thank you. And our retirees, yes. We had our retirees, and we can never forget them because they have lit the trail for us. So we thank you for joining us. And of course, we look forward to your continued support, your continued motivation. And we pray that as we ponder the things that we heard, that we saw, and that we did this afternoon, that our lives will be changed for the better, so we can be better able to help others and to help ourselves. We were reminded that we cannot pour from an empty cup. So thank you again, everyone. Do have a wonderful evening.
And to our friends from St. Lucia in particular. Yes.
Yes, our friends from St. Lucia. Well, I put them under the Kahe banner, but I'll take them back out. Our friends from St. Lucia and all our other Caribbean islands that joined us this evening. Thank you so very much for joining us. And to our Jamaican, sweet, sweet Jamaica, you know what's next. Thank you all, and we will talk again soon. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening. God bless you.
The Jamaican Home Economics Association, or mission, to improve the quality of life for individuals and families in Jamaica, and to encourage continued professional growth in members of the home economics profession in the country, or vision, to foster a civil, healthy, and productive Jamaican citizenry through the proactive engagement of home economics professionals, or core values. To achieve our mission and vision, members of the Jamaican Home Economics Association should be engaged, that is, be active, involved, committed professionals, improving ourselves and the people we serve through enthusiasm. We are professionals with an eager enjoyment and deep passion to serve individuals and families in furthering the goal of improving their lives. Nurturance. We believe that individuals and families deserve nurturing to develop and achieve their potential. Grace. We recognize that all citizens require acceptance, a sense of responsibility, accountability, and compassion as non-negotiable as we work to improve their quality of life. Advocacy. We must speak on behalf and in support of others who have been muted by their circumstances, even as we speak up for and bring visibility to our profession to highlight its value to society. Generosity. We are ready to respond to the need of others by giving of ourselves to improve their condition. Empathy. We will learn to acknowledge and respect the feelings of others and refrain from belittling, judging, undermining, or rejecting them, even as we maintain a strong sense of our professional and personal values and rights. Dedication. We remain committed to the task of working hard to improve the quality of life of individuals, families, and society for the purpose of nation building.